The law of assumption doesn't work for your specific person. The law of assumption works only for you. And why is that? Because your specific person cannot manifest anything in your reality. That means your specific person cannot assume something to be true, therefore it should be true. In this video, I'm going to explain how you manifest everything for your specific person. Now, everyone is you pushed out. It's a term that usually leaves you confused when it comes to understanding what everyone is you pushed out means. Everyone is you pushed out means everyone is your consciousness pushed out in the 3D, which means your specific person, your neighbor, your parents, your friends, everyone in your reality is a projection of you. That means it's a manifestation of you. Now, every time you believe that your specific person is this way, or they have this, or they do this, it's actually you manifesting them to be this and have this. I'm going to give you another example. Your specific person has a lot of money because you manifested a lot of money for them to have. You manifested them to be wealthy. Your specific person is married because congratulations, you manifested them to be married. You manifested them to have a wife or a husband, whatever it is that you currently have in your reality. They are an avoidant, a narcissist. You manifested them to display this behavior. So they are basically whatever you make them to be. They're basically, and they're having whatever it is that you gave them. Next time you say, my specific person is my husband, guess what will happen? The previous creation, which is they had a wife and it was not me, when you claim yourself to be their wife, when you claim them to be your husband, guess what? That circumstance, it will vanish away. Why? Because you created that circumstance in the first place. Now, this is also a reminder for you to not dwell in the old story. Why are you dwelling in the old story for? It's like you had a nightmare 10 years ago and you're still dwelling in this nightmare and believe that this nightmare is going to decide what your outcome is going to be. You believe that a nightmare, which was a dream, which was a past creation, an illusion, gets to decide what is going to be in the future. Knowing that you create everything for your specific person to have or not have, you should never, 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 never mention your past creation, because it doesn't matter unless you want to keep them married, keep them away from you, keep them a narcissist and avoidant, or whatever you gave them in the past. Your specific person cannot manifest in your reality because they are not God. The law of assumption doesn't work for them because they do not have the power to create in your reality. As long as you are the observer of your reality, no one else can create in your reality. No one else is the thinker. They don't have the ability, the capacity, and they don't have the power to manifest anything. What does manifestation mean? Manifestation means bringing into fruition, making your reality based on your will, on your intention. Now, most of you, until you found out about law of assumption, you did that on an unconscious level, unwanted level. But now that you know about the law of assumption and you do reverse engineer, you see that in the past I've assumed that he's a player. So of course I created so many third parties for myself. You have to take accountability. It's not that he is a player. He doesn't have the ability to be anything without your, without your, without your permission. You believed in a reality that said he's a player. That's why you created him. And it's basically because, but CJ, I didn't know him before. How did I create him to be a player? It's based on your general assumptions about men. Or maybe his face inspired you to have the assumption that he's a player. So you basically gave your permission to that reality to go into, to be brought forth and to be seen. Okay, because that reality was minding its own business. It was unseen, standing there in the field of infinite possibilities, but you gave your permission. You believed that reality to be the most possible outcome, to be the only possible outcome. So that's why you created them to be a narcissist, a player, to be married to someone else, or to, I don't know, whatever you created them to have. Now, they cannot manifest, they cannot express their own will because they don't have free will. Free will means they don't have the power of intention. They cannot intend anything. They don't have the power of intention. They are basically parenting back to you. They are mimicking you. But CJ, he has desires. He told me he doesn't want me. Okay, good. What were you thinking before? What your people express as a desire, it's basically them reflecting back to you your assumptions. When you say, I don't think he wants me, how the fuck do you want him to express back to you, to reflect back to you that he doesn't want you? By using stupid terms, human words, under the false illusion that he might desire something, but he doesn't actually desire anything. Your specific person doesn't have desires. That's why they went from desiring you, they went to not desiring you, because you went from I'm desirable, I'm wanted, I'm chosen, to I'm not wanted, I'm not chosen. Look, there is competition. How else would they show you where your mind have been if it weren't for expressions such as, oh, it is my desire to be with a blonde chick? No, it's not his desire. He doesn't have the power of intention. He doesn't have the power of manifestation. Neville Goddard, their realities are rooted in your reality, and your reality is rooted in you. That means what apparently seems to be their world, their life, it's only a projection of you. They don't have a life, not outside of you. They don't have a life separate from you. Just because they move, they talk, and they breathe, it doesn't mean that they exist and they intend for something to happen. They are not God. They cannot. It's not a co-creation game, and this came to my mind, and it's not the struggle for power. Let's just take, for example, you and your specific person, and you say, yes, but his intention is this and my intention is this. It's not two gods fighting with themselves. It's you as God fighting with yourself. It's you fighting with your doubts. It's your old self fighting, and I don't even like the word fighting, but it's not the struggle for power. It's not a power struggle, because they don't have the power in the first place. Stop treating them like they are gods, and that their intention, that they have an intention and it might be equal to you. It was never their intention. They cannot have intentions. They can only intend whatever you want them to intend. You want them to be crazy in love with you? Assume that they are crazy in love with you. A hologram passed. You want them to be obsessed with you? They're obsessed with you. Easy peasy. The same way you assumed that they didn't want you and they're a player and they're an avoidant. You change the narrative. You stop creating the old bullshit over and over again, and then ask yourself, why don't I get results? Why don't I get results? Because you're not willing to change. Drop the story. Drop the story. Now, another quick tip. For every one of you that thinks, and it feels hard to believe, and it has their SP in their face all the time, I have a quick tip for you. Whenever your SP is in your face and does something that you don't prefer, simply assume it's not him. It's his identical twin brother. It's not him. I have my SP. He's crazy in love with me. He's obsessed with me. I am the only choice, because you are the only choice. There is no other choice. There is no other thinker. They must do as you say. They must be who you say they are. They cannot be anything else. Okay? Get to work. Apply. Now, I'll put out in the comments the course, Addicted to You, a Villain Mindset. Everyone that bought it gave me a review in the previous video. It's great. It's amazing. It's life-changing. Okay, guys? Till next time, see you.